You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 12, Episode 8. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, we're tagging on to our last episode, which was about reinventing the trade show floor and talking about why change can sometimes be painful. It seems last month's post on reinventing the trade show floor touched a few nerves. First, there were a handful of unsubscribes from my monthly e-zine. Then there were some heated comments in social media. It's always amazing how pointing out the obvious can get people so fired up. You've got to wonder where the root of all that defensive ire is coming from. Sometimes I think it's because facing change is painful. Oh, sure, there are valid points among the foot stomping, like exhibitors don't want things on the show floor that take attendees away from booths. True, but aren't these show floor attractions also drawing people into the show and encourage them to wander among the booths? It's not the show organizer's job to get people into any one individual booth, but simply to create an environment where attendees can discover what exhibitors have to offer. Then it's up to each exhibitor to create an irresistible in-booth experience and draw them in. Next, technology is getting in the way. This is the wrong perspective. Actually, technology should be enabling even more creative ways to interact and attract attendees. But of course, again, that assumes exhibitors know how to make the most of it. Of course, the ideas being successfully implemented at certain shows may not be right for others. Just because one show has found success with, say, product theaters, doesn't mean that another might not end up keeping attendees too busy to walk the floor. It's all a delicate balance that involves some degree of experimentation and also a risk of failure. If you go back to the examples in that previous post, you'll see that most of them involve sponsorship opportunities for exhibitors to participate in all of these add-on special features. So how's that bad? Other than the fact that exhibitors must take action and make the investment, but then isn't that why they're exhibiting, to get a bigger ROI? The key to accomplishing all of these things is for exhibitors to be better educated and prepared to deliver can't-miss, knock-your-socks-off experiences. But that's a topic for another day. A far too common thread in all of this is the fact that the trade show industry is not exactly the most cutting-edge, always trying something new kind of community. In fact, often during weekly expo chats, an innovative comment thread often evolves into questions like, why aren't more shows doing X? Or has anyone tried strategy Y? So with that in mind, here are a few tips to help you navigate the sea of change, which is inevitably coming, like it or not. First, let go of the way things used to be. Just because something is new doesn't mean it's automatically bad. Give new ideas or approaches time to catch hold. What may seem like a bad idea now might turn out to be the greatest thing since the invention of the light bulb, which, by the way, was not without its share of critics in the beginning. Next, acknowledge that change happens whether we like it or not. Accept it and learn from it. Then look for the good parts. If you can't instantly get on board with the change, at least try to understand the underlying factors that are driving that change. If the overall idea scares you, break it down to find the aspects that you can embrace. Next, focus on the one thing you can control. While you may not be able to stop or even slow down unwanted change, you can always control how you react. And finally, take a deep breath. Before you go off ranting, raving, and protesting, take a time out. Talk it over with a friend calmly to gain some fresh perspective. Often a great way to do this is with a walk and talk. Exercising your body while you work through something troubling helps purge the stress in both your body and your mind. Want more tips and tools for your exhibit marketing? Check out the free resources available from the Exhibit Marketers Cafe. Simply go to TSI12.8 and click on Free Resources to discover toolkits, webinars, and more, including a link to sign up for the Trade Show Tips online monthly e-zine. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it's shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or the contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.